Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep and demystifying the world of reloading dies. Whether you're brand new to the bench or you've been doing this for years, we are going to break it all down so you can find the perfect tool for your needs. But first, before we get into any of the gear, let's start with the most important question of all. What kind of reloader are you? What's your goal? Are you just starting out? Are you a hunter who needs rock-solid reliability? Or maybe you're a competitor chasing that last little fraction of an inch on paper. Your answer to that question, well, that's the key to this whole thing. Okay, let's get into it. And we're going to start at square one. Before we can even talk about which brand is best or what type you need, we have to be absolutely crystal clear on what these things actually do. So, when you boil it all down, reloading dies have two fundamental jobs. That's it. First, they take your brass case that's already been fired and has expanded, and they reshape it. And second, they seat a brand new bullet into that case, nice and straight. Resizing and seating, that's the whole game right there. The first major type you're going to run into is the full-length sizing die. The best way to think about this one is like it's a factory reset button for your brass. It squeezes the entire case, from the bottom right up to the neck, back to its original factory dimensions. This is your go-to for absolute reliability, especially if you're running a semi-auto or you want your ammo to work in a bunch of different guns. Now this is where things get interesting, the neck sizing die. See, instead of resizing the whole case, this one only works on the neck. So why would you do that? Well, when you fire a round, the brass expands and perfectly conforms to the chamber of your specific rifle. It's a custom fit. Neck sizing keeps that perfect fit, which can seriously boost accuracy, and it can make your brass last a whole lot longer because you're not working it as hard. And that right there brings us to the first huge decision that every single reloader has to make. It's a real fork in the road, and the path you choose is going to set the stage for pretty much everything else you do. So the choice really boils down to this. Do you want universal reliability, or do you want a custom fit? If you need your ammo to feed flawlessly in any gun, especially a semi-auto, full-length sizing is the only real choice, no question. But if you're loading for one dedicated bolt-action rifle and you want to squeeze out every bit of accuracy and get more reloads out of your brass, neck sizing is a fantastic way to go. Okay, let's get to the fun part and take a tour of the major players. You can think of these brands kind of like car companies. Each one has its own style, its own philosophy, and its own reputation. So let's meet the guides for your reloading journey. So if you're just getting your feet wet, or maybe you're just working on a tighter budget, Lee and Lyman are going to be your best friends. Lee is famous for being incredibly affordable and straightforward. They make it super easy to learn the ropes without breaking the bank. Lyman, they're a little step up from there, offering a nicer finish and just great all-around value. All right, now we're moving into the dependable workhorses of the reloading world. RCBS, they're like the Toyota Camry of dies. They just work, they last forever, and you can find them everywhere. Hornady brings a lot of modern features to the bench, like their lock and load system, which is awesome if you switch between calibers a lot. And Dillon, well, Dillon builds their stuff like a tank, specifically for the high-volume guys running progressive presses. And now we're getting into the top tier, the precision specialists. Redding is a huge favorite with competitive shooters because of their incredible tolerances and focus on concentricity, which just means getting that bullet perfectly straight. Then you have Forster. They're like the Formula One team of reloading, just absolutely obsessed with perfect alignment. And beyond that, you've got boutique brands making custom, hyper-precise tools for people chasing that last thousandth of an inch. So you might be wondering, why on earth would I pay so much more for those premium dies? Well, this quote right here, it gets right to the heart of it. It's all about minimizing something called run out. Just imagine a tiny little wobble in the bullet as it spins down the barrel. That's run out. A more precisely made die seats that bullet perfectly straight, which gets rid of that wobble. And a straighter bullet is a more accurate bullet. That's the tiny but critical edge you're paying for. Okay, let's bring all this home. It's time to take everything we've talked about and turn it into a clear recommendation that's built just for you. Let's connect your goals with the right gear. It really just comes down to this simple 4-step checklist. First, define your goal. Are you cranking out hundreds of rounds for plinking or crafting a handful of perfect hunting loads? Second, pick your sizing type. Do you need that full-length reliability or the custom fit from neck sizing? Third, think about convenience. How important is it to quickly swap calibers? And finally, plan for precision. Do you need the insane control of a bushing die to set your neck tension just right, or a micrometer seater to adjust bullet depth by the width of a hair? And here it is, the cheat sheet. We've laid it all out. If you're a beginner looking for the absolute best bang for your buck, a Hornady full-length set is a killer place to start. For the serious hunter who wants accuracy and versatility, that Redding combo is tough to beat. Pumping out high volume on a progressive, Dylan is what you want. And if you are chasing the tiniest groups possible, well, that Forster and Redding combo is pretty much the gold standard for bench rest shooters. You know, at the end of the day, choosing the right die isn't the finish line. Oh no, it's the starting gun. It's the tool that gives you the power to create your own perfect ammunition. You've got the map now. So the real journey, crafting that perfect load for your rifle, that starts right now.